Hello and welcome to another Ray Bradbury virtual session for the Ray Bradbury Experience Museum. My name is Dominic Loise, and today we will be delving into our October's Inktober challenge that we've been having. So just sit back and we'll be joining our artist in a moment, and we'll be going through a actual virtual drawing challenge as it unfolds. So sit back, and if you want, grab your drawing materials yourself and join in the fun. So we are back, and I'm going to have my guest introduce themselves. So please, mystery guest, welcome.
Hi, my name is Rody Montijo, and I'm a children's book author and illustrator, and I love Halloween. And I was excited to be invited to talk with the Ray Bradbury Museum. So here I am.
Great. And you are the author of The Halloween Kid. So can you please hold up your book?
Yes. It's this guy here.
Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause, and we're going to have you start drawing for the Inktober. So we're going to pause and start right now.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to start drawing. So, do you remember your first Ray Bradbury story?
So I think my first memory was watching the Something Wicked This Way Comes with my younger brother, and that was the introduction to Ray Bradbury's world. And then I found out it was the opposite. I found out it was a book, and then I read the book, and I love the book. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I think it happened because of the Disney film.
Well, fantastic. So since we don't know when this is going to air, do you want to, we can either do the Halloween tree, which is the last one, or do you want to draw Mr. Dark from Something Wicked This Way Comes? I'm going to give you the choice.
Do you know, I was flipping through the Halloween tree in preparation for this, and I just remembered how much I love. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Maybe you know better. Joseph Mugnaini.
My rule of thumb is there's no mispronunciation if you learn it by reading. So however you.
Yeah.
So if wherever you want to draw.
That's a good one. But I love. Yeah, maybe I'll try Mon Shroud if that's okay.
That sounds perfect. So what we are going to
Mr. Dark
is from Ray Bradbury's The Halloween Tree.
Yes. And I saw you hold up Chris Grimley's version there, which is amazing. I love that one. I wish it were all color, but that's a great one. All right. Let's see what happens here. So it'll be light at first, and then I'll darken it up.
Fantastic. So what is your first Halloween memory?
First Halloween memory, I think, was I grew up in Stockton, California. It's Northern California. And at our first house, I remember getting ready for trick-or-treating, and my parents were helping me get dressed up. I think I was Dracula that year. And I just have faint memories, but there's one impressionable memory that kind of did it for me for life, I guess. Was we were out trick-or-treating, my younger brother and I have 4 younger brothers, but back then it was just 2 of us. And we went trick-or-treating, and there was a garage door with cackling coming from behind some curtains, like some curtains had been set up in the garage, and some cackling was happening, and we were just wondering what is behind that curtain, you know? And we got closer, and then the curtain swung open, and this is getting too big. Actually, let me go smaller here. I'm sorry. The curtain swung open, and there was like a very skinny scarecrow man, like with a jack-o'-lantern head, and the arms were flailing about, and my brother and I were spooked. We were freaked out, and we then saw two guys on the ends, like pulling on the strings, making the arms move. And I think leading up to before the curtains were drawn, it was just magical, wondering like what is behind that curtain, and I think ultimately that's what I love about Halloween is it's what's behind that veil, that thin veil at Halloween time.
Excellent. So now can you tell us a little, speaking of Halloween and kids, can you tell us a little bit about your book, The Halloween Kid?
Yes, the Halloween Kid. It's my second children's book that I did, and that one was inspired by, I think, after 9/11, there was a lot of fear in the air, and a lot of homes in my neighborhood, they weren't decorating, and it's understandable, but it just seemed like Halloween was in danger. And I just wondered, what if there were someone who could come and kind of save Halloween? And I thought of this little boy who rides on a hobby horse like a witch. And he's a mysterious masked boy, and he kind of comes into town and helps save Halloween. But that was the inspiration behind it.
Excellent. And I think Ray Bradbury would approve of that story. And I think it's also a timely story with what we're dealing with now with COVID. And
oh, that's so nice. I that is so nice. I mean, I definitely was inspired by, Great Pumpkin and the Halloween Tree animated special. Those are big ones for me. And yeah, I had those in the back of my mind when creating the Halloween Kid. That's for sure.
So speaking of the Halloween tree, what elements of the Halloween tree are your favorite besides the main character who you're drawing right now?
Well, Dominic, in preparing for this, I was like looking for my copy of Something Wicked This Way Comes. I wanted to reread it, and I couldn't find it. And I fear we had a fire recently, and I fear I might have lost my copy. But I found the Halloween tree, and I started reading through that. And while I was reading it, I was wondering, is Ray Bradbury Pipkin, the kid who looks for the best haunted houses and tells his friends about them and lets his friends win the running races, things like that? Or is Bradbury Monshroud, who teaches the kids about the origins of Halloween? And the best feeling is that it's both. It's all of it. All of it's Ray Bradbury. And that was this morning through the book. But yeah, I love the tale of teaching the kids about Halloween through this adventure.
Yeah, in preparation for today, I reread through my copy also. So it's fresh in my mind too.
So good.
I was thinking
That's
about
wonderful. Yeah, I that's wonderful. Yeah, it's really good, and it gets you in a good Halloweeny mood. I try to read them every now and then in preparation for fall and Halloween in October. Yeah, those are fun.
So what are some of your current favorite Halloween traditions that you like to upkeep?
Oh, great question. For many years, since I was in the fifth grade, I've been decorating my parents' yard for Halloween, and it started out small, and then it just got bigger and bigger over the years. It's been, you know, maybe like 30 plus years of doing this thing. And that's a nice tradition. And I was trying to think, there was another, have you ever read this, Dominic? There's a small article that Ray Bradbury wrote for Reader's Digest, where it talks about preparing for October and Halloween.
You know what? You stumped the band on that. I have not read that one.
Oh, okay. No problem. It's rare. It's obscure. I have not read a lot of Ray Bradbury, but this one's, I just stumbled across it and I love it. And it talks about getting ready for Halloween with his family. So that one, I mean, I love all his writings, but there's something in that article that it just hits home for me, with, not that it's anything like that, but there's something about the preparation of it with family that I love about Halloween. And yeah, if you get a chance, check that out. I think it's called Tricks Treats Gangway.
Okay, check that one out.
And yeah, and but a more recent tradition that I've kind of got into, there's a parade that's been happening for almost 100 years. It's the Anaheim recent I got into and have been involved with a little bit, just creating floats for this almost 100-year-old parade. And it's all handmade. Nothing is perfect, and a lot of volunteers, and it's a lot of fun. And I think Jody Daly and Kevin Kidney, these ex-Disney guys, have been putting that wonderful parade to kind of brought it back from the dead a little bit. That's been a recent tradition. That's been nice.
Yeah, and there's some, if someone goes to your Instagram, they can see some of that stuff on there. Can you give a plug for your Instagram on that? And your social media?
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you. I'm most active on Instagram, and that's just you could look my full name at Rody Montijo, RHODE, spelled like Rhode Island, and then Montijo, MONTIJO. And I have Facebook and Twitter and these other things, but I think Instagram, I love the art, I guess the art sharing part of that.
So, and then speaking of art sharing, if anyone were to be doing the Inktober challenge at home and they want to share with other people, they can just do the hashtags of Inktober, or they can do the hashtag of Ray Bradbury Inktober for that hashtag for everyone to see the different things from the Ray Bradbury Inktober challenge that we are doing.
Those are fun. Did you put that together, Dominic? Or
one could say I was instrumental in putting that together.
That's great.
Now,
That's
another
wonderful.
great thing that you have, speaking of Halloween decorations, is the flag, the Halloween flag that you have too.
Oh yes, thank you. That was a fun design that kind of just took off unexpectedly. But that's been nice. So many people supporting that design. It's just like orange and black flag mishmashed with the United States flag.
Well, this is looking wonderful.
It's thank you. I think I'm a bit nervous here. It's coming out a little bit sloppy,
You know,
but
I'm putting you on the spot by asking you questions while you're doing this. So
I, I'm learning. Yeah, maybe I'm not the best at doing that, but I'm not a professional here, professional interviewer, but we're going for it. We are going for it. Yeah, those the illustrations with the black and white illustrations in the original Halloween tree.
yeah.
So much ink and so much cross hatching.
And did
Yeah.
you ever see the cover that they finally released for the project he did with Charles Adams for the where the story
No,
came from?
no, I
Here, wait.
have not.
You talk for a little bit. I'm going to pause this for a moment. And
Okay,
okay, and we're back. So this is the cover from The Dust Returns. And so here's the full cover of that. This is artwork by Charles Adams. And this is, the Homecoming was,
there it is.
yeah, was supposed to be the first in a series of a Halloween book that him and Charles Adams worked on together from when the story appeared.
No way.
And Charles Adams did the cover for it. This is the cover from the magazine. And then the project just never kind of came together. So this is, if anyone wants to hunt that down or wants another Ray Bradbury Halloween read, I recommend checking out The Homecoming.
Amazing. That looks wonderful. I did not know the two had collaborated. That's a good team up right there.
Yeah. So that's another little
awesome
illustrator and Ray Bradbury team up right there. And the Halloween tree animated special was supposed to originally being developed by Chuck Jones. For a little trivia out there.
That's right. That's right.
So as the story goes, Chuck Jones called him up the day after the Great Pumpkin special, Charlie Brown special aired. And I guess they were both disappointed that people never saw the Great Pumpkin. And they started developing the Halloween tree together. And it took them a little while, and it never came to fruition for the two of them working together. But Ray did get the book published, and then some years later, we did see the animated special, see the airwaves.
That's great. I love it. I know. I also really wish so bad to have seen the Great Pumpkin, and I think when I saw it as a kid, that I didn't quite know how television worked, and I would tune in every year thinking that somehow the ending the ending would be different and we would see the Great Pumpkin, So I guess I was I guess I was kind of like hopeful, like Linus, in a way, that this thing would show up, but that's funny. I actually did. Let me try to grab it real quick. I did my version of the Great Pumpkin. I don't know if you could see it here.
Oh my goodness.
So it's almost like planet size. I don't know if you could see. There's like a little windmill down here.
Yeah.
And then it's like a big happy pumpkin floating over pumpkin patches.
Amazing.
I don't know if it's hard to see there, but
no, you got it. Yeah.
So that was fun challenge.
So we are coming to the drawing coming to an end here, but what other projects do you have in the works that people can check out for you?
Oh, thanks, Dominic. I am currently working on the latest Gum Girl chapter book. Um, uh, it's a children's chapter book. Let me see if I have it here. Here's the fourth. So this is the fourth book.
Awesome.
I'm working on the fifth one right now. It's about a little girl, Gabby Gomez, who's obsessed with chewing gum, and she accidentally becomes gummy and becomes a stretchy superhero. But I'm working on the fifth one right now, and yeah, still gonna be a while for it to come out, but that's what I'm working on.
That's awesome.
And what else? I think there was something else. I know I had another deadline. I can't think of it. But yeah.
And then the Halloween,
Gum Girl's what's happening right now.
Gum Girl, and then the Halloween kit, so people can get that ready for next year for ordering.
Yes, the Halloween Kid, if you can buy it from, independent booksellers out there, support them during this time. That'd be wonderful. But yeah, it's out there. And if your store doesn't have it, you could ask them to order it for you.
Great. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's wonderful.
I don't know, but thank you. I don't know if this is in the story. I added my own thing here. He's got like almost like Spider-Man's cobweb wings. Yep, I guess. I also have, I'm just seeing it off to the side here. 1 second. This was a lantern that I did. It's pretty much a Halloween tree, but it's a living Halloween tree. Let's see if I could. Let's see here. I don't know if you could see that. It's like a walking.
You can see a little bit of it. If you
Halloween tree,
can
and
pull out, you'll be able to see more.
Let's see here. Oh, I guess it's tricky. It's a little tricky. Sorry, I don't know. But anyway, that wasn't planned, but there you go.
Yeah.
That was inspired by the Halloween tree. Oh, I guess I forgot his other handle here. I didn't leave room for his hand. Yeah, I was looking at the book, and it's interesting, the description on Monshroud. There's a little, but it still paints a picture, of this white face, the glowing green eyes.
So if anyone wants to read more about the character we just saw, they can pick up either copy of The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury. And this is a book that Ray wrote for younger readers. So think say fourth grade level, third grade, fourth grade. I would say if you're reading Goosebumps level, you could definitely read The Halloween Tree. So I would definitely say if you're in the fourth grade reading level, The Halloween Tree would be up your dark alley, so to speak, to check it out. And a good introduction for young readers to not only learn more about the history of Halloween, but a good introduction to Ray Bradbury before they get introduced at the school level to some of his work in junior high. And again, there's also the animated special out that you can hunt down. I'm sure on one of the many streaming services out there, it's available for people to check out too. And if you are a fan of the voiceover work of Leonard Nimoy is the voice of the character which we are drawing here.
He did a great job.
Yeah. Well, this is fantastic.
It's a little messy.
No, you did great.
But there you thanks.
So now one final Halloween question for you.
Yes.
We know that Ray loved Clark bars. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh,
I stumped you on this one
here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. I think I will go with Snickers. I'll go with Snickers. Bite-sized Snickers and full bars are acceptable.
Okay.
But yeah, Snickers are good. But lot of candy manufacturers in Chicago, right?
Yes. Mars is here and some other candy manufacturers. So
amazing. Yeah, I collect vintage candy boxes, and I always noticed that Illinois was on there on the packaging.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your time, your love of Ray Bradbury, and doing the Ray Bradbury Inktober challenge with us. I'm going to sign off.
You're welcome.
I'm going to sign off. And as always, you can check out the Ray Bradbury Experience Museum in Waukegan, Illinois. And check out the Halloween tree at your local library or bookstore. Thank you so very much. Okay. And also, I want to thank our guest for being, with us and doing our drawing. So where can everyone find all your stuff and everything like that?
Thank you. It was a fun experience. I appreciate it. You can find my books online, or better yet, at your independent local bookstore. A book for this season right now is maybe The Halloween Kid, but there are others. And online, you can find me most active on Instagram at Rody Montijo. It's just my full name as my handle, and you can see all the goings on there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so very much, and happy Halloween to you.
Happy Halloween. Thank you so much.